We all became artists because we don't like to work with numbers, right? Like, raise your hand if you woke up and you were like, oh, I love doing spreadsheets and I love doing formulas and I love these equations and I love creating art. No, mm-mm, mm-mm. Don't tell me a lie. But I am going to tell you that with 5 colors, you can make 10 new colors minimum. And then that can even make, I don't know, a 30, 40 piece collection. Color is amazing, and there is a multiplicity that can happen when you use your colors strategically. In this video, I want to show you how to create a really cohesive color palette. I want to show you the step-by-step process that I use so you know how to match colors and make them work for your next painting. If we haven't yet met, my name is Rachel and I'm the manager and artist of Mercy Creates, a watercolor business that creates paintings and products that help you create Christ-centered conversations in your home. I have a background in drawing and painting, graphic design, and marketing. So I not only like to make good art, I like to sell it too. And I want to help you do the same. I'm not going to talk about the color wheel in this video. You already know what the color wheel is and why it's so important. But if you're just starting out with art and you're thinking, why is it a big deal? Why can't I just use what colors I want to use? Click the video below. I've got a good link to it in the description, and it's going to rock your world and tell you why we need to be more strategic with our color choices. In the description below, I also have some links to some of the videos of how I've color swatched and made a color grid. I take 5 different colors, like this one below. Using those 5 colors, I create a color grid and I swatch them out just like I did with this one. So those 5 colors became 10 new colors. And then you can get even more detailed with how much of the one color you're going to use and mix it with another color, and it's going to make a different shade. It's really cool. There is some of the math in there, and I think that is the fun math of ratios and color swatching. And I want to show you an example that with one color palette, this one right here, I made 10 pieces, the collection Sovereignty. And with another color palette of 6 colors, I made over 30 pieces, the collection And He Answered. And this is the process that I use to figure out those color palettes for those collections. You're going to want to think of it as a triangle shape. You're going to pick one base color. This is the one base color to rule them all, the main theme color. So I want to show you that with this color palette that I used earlier as an example, the one main color that I chose to rule it all is this top one right here, this rose of ultramarine. Once you have that main color, you're going to now pick 2 supporting colors. Go back into your color wheel and you can either pick out those supporting colors as a complementary color or as an analogous color or tertiary color. You just need to have 2 more to help give focus to that main. So going back to this color palette, the 2 supporting colors that I wanted to use to help give focus to the rose of ultramarine color is the Indian red and the raw sienna. Now the third step is you're going to want to pick your neutrals. The neutrals don't have to be, gray, white, black, brown. It could be a very, very desaturated version of your main color or one of the secondary colors. A fun way to really add some spice to your painting is to go opposite of your main color and then pick a desaturated version of that in the warm or cool area to really give that extra pop to that main color. Now going back to this color palette, the neutrals that I chose are the burnt umber and the perylene green. This color palette doesn't really show the structure that I just talked about, but I promise that when I use this in a painting, it makes sense. Now, if you use that formula, the 1 main, 2 supporting, and then 2 to 3 neutrals, your color palette is going to look really cohesive and intentional. It's going to look very purposeful, like, oh, you didn't just pick a pink and a blue, you picked that shade of pink and that shade of blue, and it looks great. So with that color palette that I showed you as the example, the main color was the rose of ultramarine. The secondary colors were Indian red and raw sienna, and my neutral colors were burnt umber and perylene green. I made this painting right here. So I hope you can see how the primary, secondary, and neutrals all work together. Color really helps create that connection with emotion. to your viewer. It really helps them understand what it is that you're trying to get across. And in this color palette, yeah, it looks kind of dull. It looks like a floral one. It looks kind of dark, but look how it turned out. You don't necessarily need to use that structure in creating a color palette. I just want to give you another option just in case if you're struggling and you're confused and you're not sure how exactly do I make something look cohesive. This three-step process helps. I promise it does. And like you saw with this color grid, you don't necessarily need more paints. You just need to know how to mix them and how to create and how to use what you already have to start painting. I'm all about making sure you understand the tools and technique and the process so you waste less and you paint more. That's the slogan for watercolor foundations. That's all that I'm about because I don't want you to be spending money and throwing your money away and not enjoying the process when you understand the why and the how, it just gets more enjoyable. So if you want to learn more about watercolor foundations, drop down to the description. I have a link below to the course. And one of my favorite bonuses is that you get 10 free color palettes already created with the names, with the links, with the manufacturers. So you know you can buy them and start painting tomorrow or in 2 days, depending on your Amazon Prime subscription. I hope this gave you some more clarity on how to choose your color palettes so they can coordinate and they can look professional and amazing and you can just enjoy painting. Let me know in the comments below what your favorite color is, that main color that you always pick and you gravitate to, because there is one. There is definitely one color that you always like to paint with. Mine is permanent pink. I love to paint with permanent pink. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you in the next video.